Hey, Assalamu alaikum everybody. I hope you're doing well. It's actually February 15th right now, but I needed to post this yesterday, but I couldn't, and I'll tell you why. Um, let's see. Yes. So, you may notice I'm sitting a little bit different, or maybe not, because I wore a black shirt today. But, yeah, basically, you know the back problems that I had in Egypt around this time, actually? Well, they've kind of come back to a certain extent. It started yesterday, which is which was really unfortunate. Actually, it started maybe a few days before. I would like go on and off a little bit, and I really didn't relate it to my past problems with my backbone. And then yesterday it was just really painful. So I took some meds today. So know that I'm doing well, alhamdulillah. All praise due to God. But it kind of really hurts to sit up straight, and I'm laying down and resting a lot, and mostly just resting. So even though tomorrow I was planning on going out and doing some sightseeing, because now I have 2 free days, Wednesday and Thursday, so checking out the Hagia Sophia, finally, and checking out Topkapi Sarayı, the Topkapi Palace, and different things like that. We'll see how it goes. I hope I'm feeling better, and I hope the weather's good. But yeah, just first a health update before I talk about yesterday. That I've been in a lot of pain lately and been sleeping a lot. I mean, a lot. Sometimes 12 hours, which is ridiculous, I know. But half the day, and it's helped me feel better, because even just like laying down there and trying to turn around or something, it's been very, very painful. I'm actually going to have to lay down after a little bit right now, because it's just it's going to get too painful. But yeah, so yesterday was the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him's birthday. Did I say that right in English? I think I made a mistake. Anyways, here it's called, so Mavlid is the term that's used here in Turkey, which comes from Arabic mawlid, which means the place of birth or the time of birth, and here it's referring to the time of birth of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. And there's also another term that's used here called kandil. Kandil. I've looked it up, I've asked Turkish people, and I can't think of a translation for it, but it's basically these religious events. And they've mentioned other ones to me that I don't recognize, and so I don't know. If anybody knows, please do post what is kandil in Turkish, in English from Turkish, because I have no clue, I can't figure it out. But it's called the kandil. Kandil. Sorry, my Turkish accent's really bad. It's really interesting because, I don't know, it seems like a normal day for some people, but for others it's not. They drink milk, but they also drink milk normally. And in Syria and Egypt, actually, they drink yogurt, pudding, maybe pudding, rice pudding would be a better translation for it. But it's very delicious. It's really good here. And I've been eating a lot of Turkish sweets. I mean, they're really good. Turkish sweets, I'm going to tell you, Turkish sweets, Lebanese sweets, I like them both. Very good stuff. So, as I became ill again, or became, not well, or whatever the right term is for that, I had to search for some medicine. So that's always exciting in a country, right? Going to the pharmacies. Well, here the pharmacy is called an eczane, and it comes from Farsi or Persian, if I'm not mistaken. And so you have them all over the place, and they have this E sign for the e. The e is the letter in Turkish, and it's kind of like Egypt, in that like every corner you have another one. And so the system here is a little bit different than the one in Egypt, because, from my understanding at least, because at a certain point, I mean, they close pretty early. They close around maybe 10 p.m. or something like that. But after they close, you go to any eczane, and you see a sign that tells you the one that's open right now. Maybe they take turns. I don't know how it works, but there's always one open in every location, in every part, so that if you ever need medicine, even in the middle of the night or very early in the morning, you can find it. And at least that's from my understanding of how it works. Now, I could be wrong. And I forgot the term in Turkish, actually, it's called something eczanesi, something the pharmacy of, and it's basically the one that's always open. Um, as I was driving home on the bus, or riding home on the bus, and my back was killing me. I was like, ugh, I couldn't move. Now it's better. See, I can move my neck a little bit. I can't move farther, sorry, than this. Otherwise it hurts too much. But I'm able to move my neck, which is fantastic. It's very good. I'm happy about that, alhamdulillah. But on the way back home, I'm going through all this pain. I saw something really disturbing. On the other side of the road, there was an ambulance, but no lights and no sirens, which you know is a bad sign, right? And there was a guy laying down on the street on his back, and you had two paramedics who were checking his eyes with lights, and there was no movement. His helmet was above him, about a foot or two above him, and his bike was behind him. And so it was a biker who had just died. I'm assuming he died because there was no movement, no siren. They were just looking at him. And yeah, that was really disturbing to see that there was a dead man right there. I mean, I was in the bus and we were driving next to him pretty slowly, and so maybe 15 feet away there was a dead guy on the street. And it kind of reminded me, I was like, thank God, my pain is nothing compared to death. I'm still alive, I can still walk. I mean, it hurts me and stuff like that, but I mean, imagine what he went through. And another thing it reminded me of, and I have so many updates, by the way. Sorry I haven't been recording videos, but I have quite a few updates. What happened to me twice in one day is, so I listen to my iPod when I go to work and I come back, so I can just, make use of that time and listen to lectures and stuff and just learn or listen to music, different things. So I almost got killed twice in one day. And the first time was by police officers who were riding their motorcycles on the sidewalk, if you can believe that. Actually, no, it was like 3 times within 2 days. And so they were riding there, and it was very crowded, and it's in the evening. It's in a very crowded part of the Asian side where I live, and they just almost ran me over, and I was like, whoa, be careful. And so I started to be careful with my iPod. I was like, okay, I need to listen more. When I came back from school, one of those nights, from work, same thing, I was on the sidewalk again, and someone was like, zooming past me with their moped. I don't think that was a motorcycle that time. And then another time, oh, actually it was 4 times. Another time I'm remembering, it happened a lot. I was crossing the street with a bunch of people, and a motorcycle almost ran me over, but this guy stopped, and he was like, hey, what are you doing? I was like, oh, you're crazy. Because I couldn't see. There was a big truck. And then the last time I remember, this was the scariest. I was right here next to my house, or my apartment, and this other motorcycle, I mean, this guy was like maybe 6 inches away from killing me, and he was going maybe 65 miles per hour. He was going pretty fast. He's like, and he just like moved a little bit when he saw me, but like, yeah, it was it's pretty scary, and I admit I've just been more careful about crossing the street and stuff like that, and that's just increased my awareness. When I came home yesterday, it was really interesting. I saw so many people in the streets, and so they have some sort of center next to my house. I don't know what it is. I've seen people go in and come out, but they just had crowds and crowds of people coming out, and you had these signs that said, it was like Mevlid, Kandiliniz, Mübarek olsun, or something like that in Turkish, which means have a happy, this prophet's birthday, whatever you want to call it, blessed. I'm terrible at translating, but I understand what it means. It's saying the religious holiday of the prophet's birthday, blessed, may it be blessed. So have a blessed prophet's birthday religious holiday thing. That's a very terrible translation. But I understand what it means, which is good. I've been understanding more and more Turkish every day. Unfortunately, a lot of people think I'm fluent, which I'm not. I understand more than I can speak. I can't really speak very much. But that's very good. So I've been having a good experience, and yeah, like I said, I got a lot of updates. Please, if you can make a short prayer for me, or, good well wishes, I would really appreciate it. Because, yeah, my back's not well, and I've got to just take care of it now until, yeah. So, that's the end of today's update. I will have more updates coming probably tomorrow, inshallah, God willing, or something like that. But yeah, I definitely have a lot to tell you. A lot has been happening, and with tomorrow and after tomorrow, if I'm able to make it out to these new sites, there's going to be a lot more stuff as well. So, take care, everyone. Sorry about the boring update, but I'm very tired. It's late here. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.